Hey coin collectors and treasure hunters. Welcome back to Dollar Mint Old Coin, the place where small change can hide big money. Today we're talking about a tiny coin that almost everyone has seen, the 1945 1-cent Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark. Some people online claim this coin could be worth over $1 billion. But is that true? Could a simple penny from 1945 really make you insanely rich? Stay with me, because today we'll break down the real history, the real values, the rare errors to look for, and how to know if your 1945 penny is just 1 cent or a collector's dream. History of the 1945 penny. The 1945 Lincoln wheat penny was made at the end of World War II. America was just coming out of the war, and the U.S. Mint had returned to using its normal bronze composition after the famous 1943 steel pennies. This coin was struck in 3 different mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; San Francisco, S mint mark. If your coin has no mint mark under the date, that means it was made in Philadelphia. In 1945, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 1.04 billion pennies. Yes, more than 1 billion coins were made. Because so many were produced, most 1945 no mint mark pennies are common today. Design details on the front or obverse. You see the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. You'll also see the words, "In God We Trust" at the top. Liberty on the left, the date 1945 on the right on the back, or reverse. You'll find 2 wheat stalks on each side with the words, 1 cent. United States of America. And the motto, E Pluribus Unum, across the top. These wheat ears are why collectors call it the wheat penny. The coin is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, and weighs about 3.11 grams. The truth about value now, let's talk about the big question, value. Because over 1 billion were minted, most 1945 Philadelphia pennies are not rare. In circulated condition, normal wear from use value is usually around 3 to 10 cents. In very nice, uncirculated condition, around $1 to $5 in high mint state grades like MS65 to MS67, roughly $20 to $200 depending on quality and eye appeal. Only the absolute finest known examples, graded at the very top of the scale, have sold for a few $1,000s at auction. So a normal 1945 penny is definitely not worth millions or billions of dollars. But don't leave yet, because certain rare varieties and errors could be worth serious money, valuable errors to look for. Here are some rare and valuable things to check on your 1945 no mint mark penny. 1. Double die obverse, DDO. Look closely at the words Liberty and I in God We Trust. If the letters look doubled or shadowed, you might have a double die coin. Strong examples of this error can sell for $100 to $1,000 or more, depending on condition. Point 2. Off-center strikes. If the design is not centered and part of the blank coin is missing design, that's an off-center error. Values can range from $50 to several hundred $3. Broad strike error. This happens when the coin is struck without the collar, making it look wider and slightly flat on the edges. These can be worth around $25 to $100 plus for wrong planchet errors, extremely rare cases where a 1945 penny was struck on the wrong metal blank. If authenticated, these can be worth thousands of dollars. Condition is everything. 2 coins from the same year can have a huge price difference based only on condition. Collectors use a grading scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. A worn brown penny that has been in pockets for decades is common, but a bright red, fully original, uncirculated penny with sharp details and no scratches is much rarer. Look for strong wheat lines on the back, clear Lincoln hair details, no major marks or damage, original reddish color instead of dark brown. Red, uncirculated coins are the most valuable. How to check if yours is special? Here's a quick checklist you can use at home. 1. Confirm the date is 1945. 2. Check under the date for no mint mark, Philadelphia. 3. Look for doubling on letters and numbers. 4. Check if the coin is perfectly centered. 5. Examine the color. Red, uncirculated is best. 6. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop for details. If your coin looks unusual or extremely sharp and clean, it may be worth sending to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Why so many crazy prices online? You might see videos or posts claiming values like hundreds of millions or even over $1 billion. These numbers usually come from clickbait titles, misunderstood auction listings, or confusing the total mintage number, over 1 billion coins made, with the value of one coin. No verified sale of a normal 1945 Lincoln penny has ever reached anything close to that kind of money. But rare errors and top-grade examples can still be very exciting finds. Could you find one in change? Yes, it's possible. Wheat pennies were made until 1958, and many are still out there in old jars, piggy banks, and collections. Finding a regular 1945 penny won't make you rich, but finding a rare error or a pristine, uncirculated red example could be worth a nice payday. And the thrill of the hunt is what coin collecting is all about. Closing call to action. So remember, a normal 1945 no mint mark penny, a few cents to a few dollars. A rare error or perfect mint state example, potentially hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Before you spend that old penny, take a second look. History, art, and hidden value might be sitting right in your hand. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny, hit the like button, subscribe to Dollar Mint Old Coin, and share this video with a friend who loves treasure hunting. Drop a comment below. Have you ever found a wheat penny in your change? Until next time, keep checking your coins, because your next great discovery could be just 1 cent away.